Let's see. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Are we live? Are we live? I don't know if we're live. Oh, no, it says we're live. I'm hoping audio is good, everything is good. Stream announcements, it looks like I went live. I'm streaming on our new computer, and I am restreaming the game. So, for those of you who don't know, it's me. It's me, Bubba. I'm real. Why can I only zoom in? Ah! What? What is this? Manual camera. Why am I getting griefed? In my own home? I can only zoom in? This is how far? Oh my. Oh my. There we go. Now we're talking. Okay. So, this. Oh, my mic is fucked? Thank you. Is it too loud? Not loud enough? My mic has always had issues, honestly. It's probably time for a new mic, huh? Is it this? Is that gonna help me out a little bit? Ba 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 ba. It was echoing. That's embarrassing. Is it still? I don't know if I changed anything. But thank you, Shron. Alright, well. We are going to watch this game together here. Yeah, we'll keep the frames. Definitely keep the chat, time controls. I don't like playing with time controls, but there we have it. And we're going to get after it. I don't like manual camera either. We're going to go back to directed, so I don't have to do anything. Huh. Alright, well, appreciate it. Again, first time on this computer. I don't have a webcam, which is why I sometimes don't do it. And I wasn't logged into the MF Rec League, but now I am, and now we're good. So this is a recast. I already know how this goes. If you're in the chat or in the Rec League and you looked at the results, you can absolutely spoil it. Yeah, but just to have the series, I'll probably. I know. I know. I was thinking of putting my face in the corner or something dumb. Um, but we are gonna recast. I'll probably go over my team's like mistakes a little bit more because this is my first time rewatching the series. So I'm excited to see what we did because I don't see everything. Also got some protein snack. Whoop, just dropped it. Draft wise, not gonna be able to see the draft, but that's okay. I do have the screenshot saved if we care, or Scott actually does. Caitlyn getting some good poke. That's my guy. Tark playing pretty far back. Is it rude to critique? Am I allowed to critique? Oh. You know Renekton's looking for that all-in top side. Ooh. Slicing and dicing and dodging. Drew. Drew, you're back in. You're live. So there's a couple little things. That is tough. But the trade is not that bad. Or not good. That's a tricky one. I hate to I hate to critique the Kate, my boy. My boy Scrag. But that's a lot of times why against hook champions you want to play opposite of wave. And most like champions that have better skill shots than you. You play opposite of wave, like you'll see a lot of times I'm gonna play a little bit more down here. That's a really good hook coming in by River Otter, though, and really good trade damage. If only the Taric ignited, might have been able to get a little bit more pressure for kill, but might have been able to pressure for flash. Um, so you want to play a little bit on the opposite side. Caitlyn also is really good in bushes because it stacks her headshot a little bit faster, but it's like super small micro stuff. Definitely doesn't matter that much. Amanda was getting some really good trades in, and PP was doing a good job topside, freaking up Scott here. But the problem is, Renekton, I always forget, manaless champion. Playing it just there. Yeah, my Taric is, well, you'll see. I definitely haven't, I've been pretty lost on support because I was like super hard into jungle. I was like really full commit. I was learning a lot. I was getting pretty good. And it's helped me a lot. Like actually tryharding in jungle has helped me understand a lot more about jungle pathing, and I have a better idea of like how to help communicate with my jungler where the enemy jungler is. But I'm pretty lost on what supports I actually play. Little smack talk. PP and I on good terms. We're gonna talk shit. But we'll see. Happy to be back this early. This is like the earliest I'm ever back. I'm doing so much damage. I was really happy with the LeBlanc into Sharon. Or into Sharon, sorry. Into Papa Wand. I don't know why I said Sharon. And you know, I kind of wish I feel bad anytime that I support anyone because I'm like I'm just such a shitter. I'm just such a piece of shit when it comes to supporting any actual ADC. Like I would not be excited to play with me as an ADC. Everyone else, I think, you know, I would be excited if I was like a mid. I'd be amped to play with me. But I would not be excited if I was an ADC. Big dive coming in topside, and this is a result, and this was a communication saying we're going to give Dragon here. I think we saw Thresh walk into pit and like auto attack or something, and knew that he was gone from that river ward. So we were like, all right, we need to do something on the map, and that was the pick topside. Now, not like necessarily worth. It does put us up in gold, and it puts Renekton and Wukong in a really good position here. But obviously, we lose first Drake, which is a scary place to be. That TP bot was hilarious. LeBlanc TPing bot. There was a little bit of like a, hey, can we do something? And maybe. We did have both sums. I definitely could have looked to force. I think in this game I got like shell-shocked by, or not shell-shocked, but like I was a little more scared of River Otter than maybe I should have been. I mean, the guy's like super good, super goated, but you know, he's human. People are human. People are people. So like, might have been able to look for some sort of play with a mid on that, but it was a little weird. It was also one of those things where it's like, all right, we are really strong on the top side of the map. Let's just not like grief it on the bot side of the map. Which I think is a big thing that I like in solo queue. Like if my jungler is playing topside, I'm just gonna like do nothing, and then when everyone is like, if anyone is mad at me, it's like fuck off. Really good by Scott to just like tank all of that. Swain. I didn't realize Swain early aim does literally nothing. I mean, I play support Swain. He has support items right now, like literally a ruby, like a sapphire crystal and an amp tome. So that heal does not really like kick in yet. He hasn't quite scaled up to being the beast that he wants to be. And Scott taking advantage of that is key. We see Sivir had no mana here, so it was okay to look in. Yeah, we're doing a little restream, PP. Or I am. We. You're here. You're part of it. Also, kind of going over some of like my thoughts during the game as well, because I actually felt both games to be kind of like mid. Yeah, kind of doing it for VOD, and I'm doing it for my own replay, like selfishly. I always have some selfish goal. This is it. I want to see kind of like how some of this game pans out. No, I was actually just saying how weak Swain is early. This was a really good attempt at a look here. Maybe I position that Tark stun up in preparation of the flash. I don't know. I think it's fine. I think it's fine to just force flash. Um, and then unfortunately, because I'm on, this was a really awkward moment because I kind of communicated. I was like, I don't know if I need to be on grubs here because I felt really bad for Mukasol for Scrags, and this is why. um, this was definitely a theme in the game. He's getting some good damage, burning a good barrier, not able to get the auto off. Doesn't really matter. Barrier for barrier is actually not the worst, but I was wondering in my head if I could do anything there. Then because of that dive bot side, and we know where the jungler is, and we know support is bottom, we were like, fuck PP Bandit again. We're gonna fuck this guy twice. Not really much to do on this. Just a good old fashioned GB, just permastun, getting dove. Absolutely. Scott almost trade kills you. Like almost gives you that. That was hilarious. Well, again, like I want you to know it's because your team, I think it's more that we started playing topside, and then your team wanted to play bot side, and that's like fine. But now we see like poor Mukasol just like trapped down here, trying to 1v1 River Otter. And River Otter's got a whole ass Kindle gem, which is definitely beating a Cloak of Agility and a pickaxe. But definitely a tough spot to be in. I didn't have a ward over this wall. This was really uncomfortable. That burst damage was really high. That was tough. That was tough. Because like I did have ulti. It's probably it's like weird. Baba landing a really good double bomb. I was quite impressed with his damage with just that. Yeah, Amid was definitely feeling himself this game. He was definitely feeling pretty hot. It was a weird position for me to be in. I felt jobless. ADC dead. I know the other guy's not. I know they're not gonna dive me. I got both sums, but I can't like roam or do anything. Scott doing a good job of pressuring mid. One thing that was really key in us playing top to bot or top side is that we got the turret really early. That's a funny reset. We got the turret really early, which allows for Scott to be here on second Drake, which I thought was really nice. That was smart. Or like good forcing. And like it felt good being weak side, bot side, and like my top side like exploding early and like actually able to like rotate. Because normally like top lane just stays top and just like pressures for tier 2 and does fuck all and still wants us to like fight for the for Drake in like a 4v4 where they've been playing bot side. So this helps alleviate a lot of pressure, and I thought it was a really good move by Scott here. Even though all the kills are on mid. Scott able to get a lot of damage. The exhaust, probably not going to say, it does save. The really nice exhaust by PB to keep him alive. I don't know why he ran exhaust, but he did. Oh yeah. I see. Yeah, Jordan was in a little bit of a tough spot. Good W proc. That slow is kind of helpful. We see him mid here on a rotate. He's doing a good job being out of vision though. Scott just being a menace. Like this is what you want from a top lane is for them to just be an absolute menace. We see Thresh, but we also see 3 top, so this is a little goofy. I was surprised to see Thresh rotate this way and not through the middle. This was like a pretty safe rotation. I guess he doesn't know where Wukong is. But I was surprised to see him there and not like cutting through. It's probably the correct like safe play. I think that's an area where like I'll get caught or like I'll risk it for some sort of play. But just genuinely or generally not worth. Mid tank in the double bomb there. Ooh, I tried to bait out. No, what am I saying? I'm probably just trying to hit. Again, we're still looking to play top side. PP definitely a little shoved up. I didn't quite see that wave state. Oh, sorry. I know game two was much, it was even scrappier for sure. I think this game went, mm, I don't know. I want to say late 20s, high low 30s. Oh, I was trying to get enough autos to get the heals. I like couldn't quite do it. Couldn't quite do it. And then I knew I was in a weird position. I got a little nervous of like bot lane rotating over to Vyrix. So, and I think Kimberlin also was, so he was like, it's fine, we don't have to fight it. We saw the tail end of them taking that. I could have pulled Trig here, but no vision gap. Definitely coming into play. These deep wards coming out are really, really effective. And like, not even just support. I felt like their whole team was really getting deep wards. Like Zaheen, like Virex was doing a really good job of like, if he's looking in, he's gonna like look for the deep ward, which I think is really clean. It's it's weird though. It's weird to not have a sweeper on a jungler. I think I actually like the play style. I think it's a lot more like I'm just gonna track the enemy jungler and then like don't die kind of thing. Like I'm gonna look to power farm, which he's doing, and like if you die, it's on you kind of deal because I'm tracking them. You should know. So we got a good ward here. Managed to get that pop, which is crazy. I definitely wouldn't have ulted if I were Zillion there. Super fair. Good flash burn out of River Otter. Unfortunate to not get the hook, but is fair. It's definitely an opportunity on hook champions. A lot of times I think of just like opportunities to land the hook versus like, did you land the hook? Like, the play can be correct and you can not land the hook. Like, that's fine. And you can continue giving yourself like more options to do so. Um, you can very clearly see scoreline wise like where both teams are playing. you, you see the 0-4 top and the 0-3 ADC, and it's like, all right, that's how we're gonna do it. Um, the hasty Herald, I'm not a big fan of Herald, but it comes in play pretty well here. Big ulties coming out. Tark ulti not doing as much, and red team doing a really good job of peeling off, but with champions like Wukong and LeBlanc, it's hard to. This was super split. Really good job by red side to make that re-engage happen. That fight was really weird for us. It was a good thing that our like top jungle managed or like strong enough where like they can start picking these fights well. It was a little early on that Zillion ult, and that was, a little tricky. Um, but yeah, that fight was weird. I thought Red did a really good job of peeling off. PP kept his ulti the whole time, which I also think is really crucial. Like, just barely was able to keep that thing going. Um, and him like re-entering the fight after peeling out with Swain ulti is a really good spot to be in. This was a little tricky, a little weird. Scott getting some good damage off. Kindling going in. A mid with a really good TP flank. Backline just looking for some health. Scott's taking a lot of damage. Almost pops everyone. Blue team just like so low in this fight. And then a mid on that clean. Why is my volume also not coming through? Really big damage coming up by Vyrix, but me not landing that stun is brutal. A mid living is crazy though. I don't know why my game volume is not going as well. Sorry about that. Um, fix it. Let me fix it. Oh, how do I always end up doing this? not that one. It's always the one below it, isn't it? Yes, it's my volume mixer. There we go. Now we should actually have some sound. That's on me. That's my bad. Actually, I don't know. So every now and then, my like mixer will just decide to say "fuck you" to one random thing. Sometimes it's my like, sorry. Sometimes it's my like Microsoft Edge. Sometimes it's my League of Legends. Sometimes it's just Discord. Don't know what's going on. The hackers are fucking with me. Looking for the flash go in. Amid is just dancing. There were a lot of times Amid was just non-stop dancing up there. Does not get hooked. He is walking out. Big stun. Pretty sure we knew that people were coming, so this was tough. We end up getting split. Just a little uncomfy. We've made it yet again able to keep his ulti going for just a little while. That Thresh box was really good to slow down Scott and me. Just a lot of damage coming out, signaling on that back line. Sounds a disaster right now. What if I do something like this? Does this help? You sound echoey and crunchy. Better? Okay. Yeah, I think my audio capture was just like ramped up to 10. Being that I am casting from a new computer, I had to remake a lot of scenes that are normally fine. So pop him is really good. Bad stun by me. Getting the ult off. It don't matter. Good picks there. Good collapse by red side. And then able to transition, it looks like, into this Baron. Although a mid is still up. A mid is still playing. Still poking. This Baron play was tricky. A big calm that we had while you guys were doing this is they have no damage. Like, it is just a 2-item, like, Sivir that's trying to burst this down, and like a Zaheen. And then everything just gets kind of blown up. Mid looking low here, but again, doesn't matter. It's interesting how that ulti still goes through with Zillion ult. But yeah, that was a huge, like, feels like the second nail in the coffin. Yeah, that one, it was tough. I think the like, what's really annoying about objectives, and what makes them almost good, is depending on the champions on your team, like, could totally work. Like, if you had a Master Yi jungle and, like, I don't know, maybe like a Kai'Sa and some sort of, I don't know, something else topside, like not a Swain, that could probably happen. You could probably look to, like, get that Baron. But with, like, Sivir and Swain and, like, Zaheen and Zillion, like, there's just not enough. It's definitely, like, playing into the flaws of, like, a Zillion mid. Which I think PP actually had some, like, pretty good notes this game. Like, I thought he had some, like, decent moments. And he's playing into, like, a tough matchup with a mid who's, like, getting fed off of, like, random kills. Like, great double bomb there coming out from Papa 1. Good damage, Kinderling going in. Trying to get stuff off. Trying to get in melee range to hit anyone to try to give Kinderling a heal. It was so tough. Ooh, that was a good pull. An excellent attempt. Getting that ulti off right before the bomb pop was clutch. That felt good. A little tricky. But this game is pretty hard to play for red side at this point. I think looking for the pick on a mid is definitely the goal. One big note I had from playing against River Otter, because anytime you play against a player that is just like objectively better, it's nice to have, like, you gotta take something away from it. I really liked how relevant his wards are. I think that's a big thing that I'm trying to work on, is I feel like every ward that I, like, some of the wards I place just like don't, I'm placing them because it's like something to place. I'm just like throwing wards at the sky, trying to like boost my vision score kind of thing. But I felt like every ward was very intentional, and I think that's something that like better support players do, and definitely something that I could work towards here. But I will say sometimes it was hard to tell if it was like if it was Jordan who was just like deep warding, or if it was River Otter. But good series, good stuff so far. Wow, sneaky with the turret too, movement. Yeah, it's just picks. Yeah, at this point of the game, like, admittedly, this is a boring part of the game. Like, if like you guys get a good or a cool pick, like, hell yeah. Like, now we're back in it, or you're back in it, and it's a more interesting league. But as it stands, it's not like anything crazy. Although that was a very impressive fight. We're just all going for a little too much. The fight mid was a little goofy, and now we're like we're like throwing, trying to figure out how to end. Yeah, that was a good flash by Mukasol, because he gets ran down. A mid with just crazy picks there. And then my dumbass starts walking in. I knew I was an idiot for this one. But we do get some flashes. River Otter getting down to 1. Felt really bad for Mukasol on this one. I didn't know how to come in and help. Just not a lot of good auto targets for me to stack my Q off of, which felt brutal. A mid is just like walking away for free. And then we had, what was the comp? Like a mid end the game or something here? No, we weren't trying to get him down. Super close though by Varix. I think at this point we were just looking for like opening up more of the map. Like clearly mid inhib is gone, so it's like, alright, we gotta push in the side waves or win some gnarly team fight. But that's okay. Yeah, mid doing a lot. Threw him off. A lot of good movement around Swainies this game. Did not know that everyone was moving that well. Hard to be a Swain when everyone's dodging. Just cruising. Able to turn here. Nope. Zillion going out. I also was kind of annoyed because taking Zillion and Swain out of the game, I was like, not that I was necessarily going to play them, but like maybe. So like pick-wise, I was actually kind of sad with the Swain top because I was like, fuck, I like Swain top or Swain support. I've been playing a little bit. This is a moment that got really confusing. The comms on this were tough. I was definitely looking to like go, but then the comms in it were like, all right, we're gonna go, and then the comms after were like, why didn't we hit turret? Which I think is super reasonable. It's tough with a turret ult on top of you and then just like sitting there hitting turret. That like feels bad, but I do think that in hindsight was the correct play to just like burn that turret, because we also burn things fast. Like we are the team that burns things faster than the other team. I'm gonna start playing Ziggs support. It's gonna be the next motion. Although I might not be in next game. We'll see. Depends on when it is. It'd have to be during a weekday, which our team does not do too well. Getting the red, or the red side, getting the Drake. Approaching 30 minutes. Blue team definitely looking for a way to throw. But, oh, amid with the flash. Vyrix with the flash. Amid going back. Actually dodging the auto was kind of hilarious there. Big Baron fight coming up. No mids are around. I think the comms on this were, you know, let Renekton do his thing. Amid is a big part of the team. It's okay if he can't be, like, you know, if Scott can't be here. And then the second we saw Swain, it was like, alright, just walk. And then I think I started this a little too early. I was trying to throw with this one. I think I started with this, and then we walked off really, almost well. That hook hitting is tough. Because then we were going to look with Scott flank here. But I'll take the blame on that one. And then Scott coming in to be a menace. Big 3v5 here. A lot of big AoE ults coming in clutch. Getting a lot. People hate me. They're going to come get me. Fuck me. Absolutely kill me. And while this is happening, if you look at the minimap, we have won the game off of the mid TP play. Little X-Spec action, bing bang boom. That is the game. Good series, really hard for blue team to close. And we're gonna go right into the next. This one was tough. This one was a lot tougher for my team. River Otter definitely pulling out the Mal's support, and that was early in the draft. That was fun. Very AP heavy team. We got a mid on another fast moving mage. Let's see. I think there was a long pause in this, which will be cool. Oh, we thought that your draft was like so bad. We thought it was actually like really upsetting. How this game goes, because we were like, this is just like a shit ton of AP and like MF with like no frontline, unless Vyrix decides to go AP. So we were like, honestly, like if we just like don't die, we win. And then like having Galio too in a game like this, where it's like 4 APs, felt pretty nice. With the Mal's pick, I was kind of like,
this is gonna be annoying, but again, like, the second you have an Aphelios, it's like, I'm not really trying to win lane. Like, I'll try, like, I'll do things, but, so that's why the Soraka pick came out, which was more of a call from Kinderling. It's definitely goofy, and they definitely have some good moments here. Trying to pepper down the old mouse. Mid getting some good damage, Scott getting some good damage. It's always a little tricky avoiding MF double up on an enchanter just because you're trying to play so far back. Ooh, Papa1 doing some good damage, getting electrocute proc on a mid. Let's see what happens next. I've definitely played some like good or like decent Soraka, but I mean I have a lot of champions that people haven't seen me play. I will tell you where my head is at on this, fully opening up the draft board. I was really tempted to play Nico this game, because the second I see like certain champions like a Nunu, I thought that like Nico could be really good. I was nervous of the Malzahar though. I was thinking about how do I like block this Malzahar, and then yeah, but I think I would have liked Nico a touch more, because I wanted something that was like they have to interact with me. I was trying to bait on this. I wanted everyone to go on me for this fight, especially after losing the crab. Ooh, that spear just going a little bit sideways is tough. Then there was a quick call on trying to get Ori, but ooh, flash burn top. But that wasn't like the worst play in the world. For either team. Like, Vyrix gets the crab, but loses smite for it. Ooh, just coming up short. Oh, Scott. Ah, and then immediately getting punished. That is tough. That was tough because we did comp. It makes so much sense as a jungler for him to be there, because it's like, well, he just ganked bot off of his like first clear. Obviously, he's going to go back up top side, but he did just get back a little bit sooner than I think we were expecting. Just because Nunu Snowball gives a lot of MS. This one was tough. In this position, I was like, how can we not kill them? But that's just how it is with like Aphelios Soraka. Like what's the kill? Like that's the kill pressure right there. Is me throwing a Q and whiffing. So it's always kind of tough. Starting to think about the Nunu, because it was like, all right, when you have two low HP people staying in that long, it's like, where's the jungler? You know? I don't know if I had vision. Oh, I just got the vision. Late and ugly. So now we're big chillin'. Start the Drake, it looks like. Ooh. Mid getting some good damage off. Trying to go for a little more. Getting the dragon here felt really good, because when you're down first blood, it's nice to have something. Not that first blood is like that big of a deal. Papa1 doing a really good job on the Ori. I want to say I called for an Orianna ban that we did not get. But I forget what we were afraid of. Yeah, I was happy with the Soraka for silencing the Nunu from being able to do like too much, or at least like fucking with him a little bit. The problem is that part of Nunu is like if he has a decent snowball, he's just gonna be like me silencing him doesn't really matter. Like a little bit, like it definitely stops him from like running away or doing goofy shit. Like Soraka's silence is definitely like the best ability in her kit. There's no doubt about that to me. I mean, you could argue it's, you know, the heals, but yeah, no. Again, Jordan just being a menace in the top side. Jordan absolutely smurfing this game. He played a really good game. Scott coming up short on so many of these engages. That's a hilarious ultimate out. It's an ulti for ulti. There were some really funny Galio ults this game. That is definitely one of them. in like the least toxic way possible, there were a lot of Galio ults for ulting out than like ulting in. But like again, like I think the ultis were good. Like him ulting out there was obviously good. This is a scary position to be in. River, the mouse just hit 6, so I'm like kind of backing away from turret. I was actually thinking he might like try to flash onto me, so that's why I'm playing that far back. And again, like the second he's taking that turret shot, I'm like he's looking for something. I thought he was going to use it on Mukasol, which is why I was playing a little further back. Ooh, Virus looking at it. Whoa! Oh, a mid going in. My ultimate did come in there. I end up using Soraka ultimate, which I was really pumped for. Keeping him in. That was the best silence of my career. Not able to get anyone off this was brutal. I thought Mukasol and I played that so well. I silenced the mouse ulti while he's ulting me because I know I become the target as Soraka. And so I was so amped. I was like, I did it. And then we got a red-white, like, Aphelios just, like, going the fuck in. I guess if I die there, I bet that keeps Mukasol, or, like, Malzahar in long enough where Mukasol could reposition and maybe get that kill. Like, that might be, like, a universe that we could live in. This is really tough. Again, Jordan is just, like, everywhere on this. I'm giving my last second heal to see what I can do. Tough. Barely managed to flash out. Jordan's greed consumes him. Doesn't get me. But again, like, great gank by him. He's doing a lot. Mid getting cheeky with it. And Mouse on that, looking in on the jungle. Kinderling was not having a fun time at this point. Because the second you start to see like the enemy just like fucking with you while it's pre-10 minutes and they're just like playing on your camps, it's like, ugh. Again, Jordan is everywhere this game. Like even like the directed camera, I feel like is like struggling to keep up with this guy. But Phase Rush, I think gets him out. I ping my ultimate, it's not up. Oh, I remember. Yeah. Which is a tough spot to be in. Does get the trade kill though. That's what happened, I remember. Which honestly, that trade kill is fine. Dare I say good? Very even game at this point. I went around long, which was dumb. Oh, barely missing. It was so tough. Oh, right. This was another call for, hey, do I need to be over for grubs? And the call was yes. So I am on it. And that's fine. I think we knew we were going to have really good mid prio or pressure. But again, we're leaving Mukasol on like such an island. This entire series, we like apologized after and we're like, this is so hard to play if you're Aphelios. Like, he's just getting triangled and sandwiched in like so many different ways. Like the only way to prevent that is like some sort of like proactive vision, like weak side vision. Or just gamer sense. But like, it's not a bad idea, again, to play topside. It's just so hard to compete with like a Nunu ganking this much. I think Virix really crushed it on the ganks, and it was still like clearly able to farm. I've always advocated that I think Nunu is a really, really good jungler. I think he ganks well, I think he clears fast and healthy, and I think he takes objectives like quite well. Like, you're not going to win a 50-50 against that guy. That guy's got 2 smites tier 1. Taking resets. Blue team definitely up on this one. Definitely tricky. I felt like when you said like, oh, what a banger of a game, I was like, I was kind of like, fuck off, Jordan, because it was a banger of a game for you. Like, you were the one doing everything. You were constantly fighting and like dictating a lot of the pace. And again, like, you played really, really well. But I never felt like we were like ahead. Like when you said that, I was like, all right, yeah, fucker. I like last game more. I like last game way more. Because again, it's just like, yep. Just like Nunu being able to like lane gank. Like, definitely looked nice. And this was a really tough spot. The second... I appreciate that. This is... this is a really tough... Oh, yeah. Do I walk or do I flash? I have to flash. That was a good wraparound. I don't have silence, which is really good by him. Didn't have enough heals. This was a really tough game, because when it was 6-2, I remember making the mental note. I was like, Jordan is like 3-1-2. Like, this is tough. Especially in a game where, like we kind of proactively have been like, all right, we should probably play topside. Like, topside, if we get, like, Galio ahead in, like, a quad mage game, like, should just win. Should be free. But I think a lot of the ganks, topside, which we've now seen, I think, 4 ganks in, like, 14 minutes. Probably more. Just absolutely making it difficult. Like, we see whenever you see a 1-1-1 scoreline on a top laner, and then, like, a multiple many deaths top laner on your team, it's like, alright, I know what happens. Does not take a full detective. Yeah, I mean, to be blunt too, it's like good supports. Like when they're placing so much vision, or good bot laners. Like, you know, not to discredit Amox. Amox is also very much playing his part, but like it's so hard to gank when, like, Kinderling can't really gank bottom well. He needs to like very proactively talk about it with me if he like wants that, because I need to like prep the vision. And then it also then becomes a game that's like, it's too obvious. Because there's no shot that we are ever going to have like prio. Maybe me silencing Virix there is just like never good. Maybe it's always wait for Malzahar to ulti. Because that hits anyways. Yeah, I mean, we were putting in work, like we were trying. This was another game that is just, again, felt bad for Mukasol, where my affiliate is just, it's just dying and it's stuff's about to be. Yeah, I think I'm just throwing out these silences a little too much. And I'm like trying to get in position, it's so tough. Oh, yeah. That's a tough one. And I gotta wait on that silence. That's a good prep for me. I don't really know what the frick is going on up here. I think Kenderling was trying to stick on that. He's not able to. I think we were just yelling fighting, fighting at this point. I had to be really cautious of the double up, which is why I start to move a little bit to the side. Really good damage, very clean coming out from Mukasol. Again, like he's playing it. You know, he's playing the fight. It was tough. It was a really tempting turn. It was a tempting turn because you see like 3 low HP people, including the Soraka, but I think the Soraka heal is just a little bit too much, especially previous. See me on the reset. Ooh, he does have ultimate, but he doesn't. River Otter has taken multiple turret shots to try to like look for some of these, which he's like so close to being in range. I definitely didn't hate the pick though. I think it works really well. Ooh, this was a tough one. Yeah, just not gonna be able to get the out smite. Mukasol on a tough situation on the other end. We have absolutely left him. Psych! It's the healing time. It's time for heals. Does manage to live. At this moment, you're right. It was starting to feel like we have a chance, as we are now barely up in gold, but down 1 Drake. Yeah, I thought we tunneled too hard. I think you guys were pretty split on that. This was a really bad die. I think I took turret aggro somehow, and then that absolutely fucked it. We like almost lose 3 just like solo to turret. It's ready to Kona. Well, no, it'd be too close. Yeah, this is where it's definitely starting to look playable. We start to see Zinzao getting like kind of strong, pretty strong. Like, where's a lot of this gold? Yeah, and like despite like 1.5 ADC, it's like virtually the same gold, just through CSing and being on the map. But does pay the QSS tax. Maybe a little too early. This is something in hindsight because I think Mukasol kept feeling like he was getting caught a little, and it's tough. It's tough to play into like any Malzahar that's looking at you. Yeah. Good. I think this game was faster though, despite the scoreline being pretty even. It just like doesn't feel even, right? Like we're down 2 kills. It does not feel like we're up 2k gold. Like that is malarkey. I don't know where that 2k is. Like I guess that 2k is topside. Everyone else is like somewhat even. Yeah, like you're behind because you've been on the perma gank and I guess lack of shutdowns. Yeah, I guess it's just shutdowns. It's king of shutdowns. Just trying to clear some of this frickin' vision, man. If I got that actual silence off, that would have been the move. Or the root at the end of it. That was my bad. That was a big fuck up. Yeah, I don't think I do anything else for the rest of the game, to be honest. I think I made my one play helping Mukasol live that one time. Big CC coming in, gets the flash ulti. Kinilling eats a lot here, trying to help. Not able to. Kinilling does get that flash over the wall. Big hero's entrance coming in. Oh yeah. Get a bit of a choke. Trying to get some heals in. Silence to nothing. I think I gotta wait on certain abilities. We know that River Otter has no ultimate. Getting some heals back up. Big root. Ooh. Oh man, just getting chewed up by PP. Kindling. Oh, so close. I was so sad. PP zoning me off there was so good because I definitely was gonna burn a lot for heals. That was like a potential me die there. This was a ton. Ooh. Flash is being burned. Mid in a dicey spot. See, he's playing like he's LeBlanc. He ain't LeBlanc. He's close though. There is a lot of AP on blue side, which is tough. Tough to lose a game. Or to play a game. So much AP. Where's the MR? We need more MR. Yeah. Honestly, maybe Rocket does just go. This was a tough one. We need to walk in here, but then there's a call for hitting this Drake. That gets really tough. With an ulti at air, I had no idea what was happening. And then it's like, alright, let's try to get this feller. So I've managed to walk out. That was a really weird fight, where it's hard to say if everyone should have just gone. Yeah, he is taking so many ults. Kindling was very annoyed with how many people were ulting him. He was definitely like getting it. But that's like, yeah. Yeah, I think we see what, triple mercs? Just not on the bot laners, which probably could trade out the Ionians for some mercs. And then this has magic resist for what it's worth. So it's actually an even better buy in a game like this. I don't think, yeah. Well, I wouldn't go, probably wouldn't do that in the ADC. I think it's just a question if Soraka gets it. Which, like, probably, but it's so weird because, like, in theory, you shouldn't be getting hit as Soraka. They're just chasing him down. Ooh, we're just doing this. Oh. Yep, just leashing her up. Gold is still pretty even. Scott is getting 2v1'd here. He is down. I actually forget what happens here. Oh yeah, that's the one. That's the one. That's the goofy ult. That's what we're looking for. That's the hero's exit. No one ever talks about that. Alright. Definitely triple Drake on blue side, up a little bit of gold. Just a tough spot to be. Not able to protect vision, which is always tough. Oh, a mid got that ward. Thanks for that. Just throwing pinks at this bush for what? Fighting. Silence comes out. Can only block some more damage. A mid's on the side. He's trying to go in, but Virus is just on him a little too hard. Oriole whiffs, and we're like, they have no ultimates. They have literally no ultimates. But I guess we also have no ultimates. We have one, almost two. And this is a restream. We normally play games a lot later at night, but we had a bunch of games going on last night, so we're now casting it now. Frickin' Diamond, River Otter is like Challenger. Jokes, jokes. Big engage. Ooh, the hero's entrance. That's an entrance, not an exit. Not to be confused. This is a very scrappy fight. Letting these guys walk in here is really tough, which cuts us off, which is why this fight feels so bad. And Amit is not able to enter. That is the most healing that's going to be done there. But Amit is back in with the, with it. Saraga just walking up and dying.
Blue team has scored an ace.
I don't know. I believe at the time of this game, it was like 430 LP Masters. And I believe it was a last season Challenger. And the Virus is saying, what a game, when he is absolutely dominating this. I try to keep up with the banter, though, even though I'm pissed, because I know we're going to lose. We mostly play in North American servers, and normally EST is the time zone. But frankly, a lot of people come from all over. We've got guys in Europe. We got guys in like California, but it's primarily East Coast. In terms of the time that people do it or like play, but. Again, varies a lot. We try to stream every game, but it can be a little tricky. Oh, that is a lot of ultis onto Mukasol. Getting shot. And then this, we're just kind of getting picked, which is tough. Oh! Probably didn't need an ultimate there. Probably didn't need the big guns. And then Scott dying for me here. Tough, especially because I go down to Ignite anyways from that Flash Ignite. Link's soaking a lot. Does manage to get one. Getting kind of close to two. A mid also close. Super scrappy. That's a headshot. Shenanigans up here. We had vision of you the whole time. I think a mid actually called it early. He's like, he's dead. Am I baiting here? Ooh, maybe I am baiting. Maybe I do just walk in here. I know I have the pink. That's my safety. I love putting a ward down right after Crab explodes. But keeping up in vision with River Otter was very, very difficult in both series. I was actually pumped in this game. I was like, I don't know if I've ever had a 100 vision score on Soraka in like 30 minutes. That's actually dope. Wait, that's a sick setup. Well, we got a lot of bots, a lot of games.
Not as interactive though. Oh yeah. Me getting caught? Yeah, I think I was pretty tilted at this point. And I definitely was like, I'm fucked. Too much heel cut. Not able to like capitalize on too much. It felt really bad when it was like, all right, we're gonna burn. Blue team's gonna burn 3 or 4 ults on someone, and then we like can't. Yeah, well, he had such a really strong start too. He was like 4-1, so he was like clearly playing his heart out. I think Kindling definitely played solid both series. I think I'd probably give him like the SVP. I think scoreline wise, I think it was like just me and him that were popping in both games, but although I'm not really popping. A fucking Soraka that's dying here. Oh yeah, I was pissed. Because I land the good rune and it's like, it's not gonna matter. Yeah, I think this was it. I think me getting caught is just GG. And then it's the classic where it's like, alright, one person gets caught, we're all gonna get caught. Because you go in to try to help who's ever getting caught, right? You're like, oh shit, I should be there. And like half the times it works, and then half the times it's like, oh, you shouldn't have helped. It's a tough judgment call. Yeah, we're just getting ran down. The Cloud Soul here is brutal. What's going on the other side? Oh, mid getting fancy on him. Did I think this was game? Oh, the cleanse. Look at the cleanse. Look at the moves. You just run out and use that? That's funny. Yeah, it was a good series. I like that my team, we are just like, we've been 1-1 in I think every game we've played. All 3 series have been 1-1, which is a very fun place to play from. You're very positive. It would be it would be insane if you racked up 5 deaths right now. What happened at this Elder? I think, did we even try? Oh, right. The flash, mouse, all. That dude's just out. There's an answer for him. Just stopping him. Move Gasol getting hit. He does a lot of damage to BB actually. Yeah. This was just a game where I think everyone on our team kind of had moments of just getting picked. And I think Into the Mouse was just like, Into Mouse Nudu. Just like too tough, too brutal. Just ulting air. Oh, nice. I was pumped. I stopped the ulti again. That was the only way. And that's the series. A 1-1. It was a good time. Good games all around. And then we got dumpstered in ARAM clash. So, but yeah, can't complain. Can't complain. Good stuff. We can do a couple quick graphs. Look at this graph. And then game 2. Yeah, no problem. Good luck going back to work. Wow, I did not realize how much MF did. For not like an insane scoreline either. 11-3, never mind. That's pretty good. Alright, that's it. I got stuff to do. But Boom. We are set. GG's. Good series. Should have more stuff coming on over the weekend. I actually. Oh, there's the stop streaming button. All right. Yeah. Good night.